Why? Because we need more use of coal, gas, and renewable energy, because nuclear power is less available. This means we need additional 1 Australia size of steam coal export. We need 1 Qatar of gas production and 5 times of the German renewable energy production. So huge increase of these power generation is needed. So certainly we will suffer of the security by importing more gas, more coal, and electricity price will be higher because we have to use more renewables and more higher prices of gas. CO2 emission will increase, of course, by 0.5 gigaton. German case is interesting. Germany has recently decided to phase out nuclear much faster. I mean, originally they planned much faster than they planned about a couple of years ago. Reducing electricity generation or electricity consumption by 10%, targeting 35% comes from renewables. But this, to maintain the CO2 emission reduction targets, they have to use much more gas. 16 billion cubic meters of natural gas import is necessary, means importing this gas from Russia. They are already importing quite a big amount of gas from Russia by pipelines. So, because luckily they can do this, Germany has integrated grid lines interconnected to the other countries. So they can import nuclear power generated electricity from France, or coal power generated electricity from Poland or Czech. So the integrated market makes Germany's option possible. But can it be done in Japan? That is an interesting question. But this certainly compromises the security, may compromise the security and sustainability of whole Europe, because it is also connected. So German decision is a very political one, but other countries, in a sense, suffers of this decision in Europe. This is the interesting, but very interesting experiment of the Germany. One another important difficulty of this decision is changing government policy, like on and off and on and off the switch of the electricity, I mean lamps, send a very wrong message to investors like you, because you don't know if government, I mean, big investment in like renewable energy or nuclear power, the change of government policy is the biggest obstacle of stable investment into some sector. So the Germany sent a very wrong message by changing their policy so frequently. Japanese problem is such lack of interconnection in a grid line, even among the utilities, 9 utilities. Japan has separated 9 markets within the country. Europe is much more connected, but Japan is, the connection is very limited, especially Eastern Japan and Western Japan, because of cycles difference. It is 2 different markets, or 9 different separated markets. And IEA has been warning Japanese government this may create a huge emergency risk. Unfortunately, it was proven just recently. The interconnection and the market should be one, just as European countries are aiming at one single European energy market. It is a difficult challenge, but Japanese market, energy market, electricity market policy should be amended as such. Technology of the renewable energy is already there, but to use renewable energy because they are fluctuating or volatile, the bigger market is very important. So it's not a technology, but electricity market policy, which is now needed for Japan to implement more renewable energy. Another option is gas. Thanks to the so-called unconventional gas or shale gas sources in North America, there is a golden age of gas may come, thanks to the smaller use of nuclear. It may surpass, this is another scenario which IEA has recently developed. It may surpass, overtake coal in the future as the second largest fuel next to oil. Still, we think oil age will continue because of the technology revolution in transportation. Still, we have to wait to see it happen. As Dr. Komiyama said in 2050, we strongly believe that new electric vehicle, advanced vehicle, fuel cell vehicle will come in a very substantial way, but still wait to see. Consumption of the gas will grow in emerging economy like China, Middle East, India, because this is less carbon intense and available as a supply in the different countries now. So China recently changed its 5-year plan to accommodate huge increase in the gas consumption in the future. If China starts using as such, it means very big potential for the exporters of gas. And gas, this red part is unconventional gas, shale gas or coal bed methane, etc. And important thing is current or conventional gas is very much limited as the sources like Russia, Iran, Qatar, Algeria, but unconventional gas gives United States, Canada, China, Australia as a major possible exporter. So for the geographical sense, geopolitical sense, unconventional gas gives a huge difference in the supplier side. So for the energy security, this is really good thing. If the gas provider is only limited to Russia, Iran, Qatar, Algeria, the security is very much in problem. But with new unconventional gas, this is the really interesting development with this horizontal drilling and technology of hydrocracking makes it possible that unconventional gas may change the future of the gas. But for the CO2 emission, unfortunately, because the gas is getting more easily and cheaper, so we use more gas and less nuclear. Of course, it replaces some part of the nuclear, even replaces some part of the renewables because gas is cheaper. So the CO2 emission will increase relative to the new policy scenario is the likely scenario in the future. But of course, it replaces the coal and oil gas power. Means, yes, it has almost the same level of CO2 emission as we are predicting. That means, unfortunately, for the CO2 emission for sustainability's sake, the gas scenario is not golden. Yes, for the gas provider, producer, this scenario is the golden age of gas, but for the sustainability, it may not necessarily be the golden age. Renewable energy is certainly very important. In any scenario of the IEA, it will increase dramatically. And it will currently about 10% of the share, but it moves up to 33% or 30% or even 45% in some scenarios. And it should happen not only in the United States or Europe, but China, Brazil, India, Africa. These emerging economies are going to use